Hello, and welcome to the North Central Texas Council of Governments Public Information Meeting for the Dallas to Fort Worth High-Speed Transportation Connection Study. During this presentation, we will cover many topics related to the study. These topics include a project overview, the alternatives screening process and initial results from Level 1 and Level 2 screening efforts, information pertaining to the next evaluation effort and the project conceptual design steps, information on public and agency engagement efforts, as well as ways to provide comments about the project. There are three primary purposes for the meeting today. The project team will provide the results from the first two levels of screening analysis for both technologies and alignments, identify project team recommendations to be used in the Level 3 screening process, and receive public comments and input regarding the project team recommendations. The next section will discuss the project overview focused on the project study area and schedule. The primary project objective is to evaluate high-speed transportation technology options between downtown Dallas and downtown Fort Worth. This includes analyzing both alignment and transportation mode options between the two cities. The objective includes finding ways to connect the Dallas-Fort Worth region to other proposed high-performance passenger systems in Texas. Also, the project will investigate ways to enhance connections to the regional transportation system, including automobile, bus, rail, bicycle, and pedestrian networks. An additional objective is to obtain federal environmental approval to design and implement the project. The stated objectives will be analyzed in the study area as shown in this map. This area is generally bounded by State Highway 121 and State Highway 183 to the north, Interstate Highway 35E to the east, downtown Fort Worth to the west, and United States Highway 287 and State Highway 303 to the south. One of the initial tasks for this type of study is to develop a description of the project purpose, which addresses the project objectives. The preliminary project purpose is to connect downtown Dallas and downtown Fort Worth with high-speed intercity passenger rail service or an advanced high-speed ground transportation technology to provide an alternative to travel by automobile. To enhance the state high-performance rail transportation network, to support economic development opportunities in the Dallas-Fort Worth region, and to enhance connectivity. For more information regarding the preliminary project purpose, please go to our project website at nctcog.org/DFW-HSTCS. From there, select the Project Information tab, then the Purpose and Need document link. The Dallas to Fort Worth High-Speed Transportation Connection Study is divided into two phases. The first phase will analyze all reasonable alternatives regarding alignment and travel technology. The wide range of alternatives will be pared down to a small number of recommended travel technologies and a small number of alignment options through a multiple level screening. Staff anticipates the first phase to take approximately 12 months and conclude in spring 2021. During the first phase, there will be 3 opportunities for the region to participate in the study through public meeting events. We previously had meetings in September 2020. We are now having public meetings in January 2021, and our next is tentatively scheduled for April 2021. The second phase will be an engineering and environmental analysis as prescribed by the National Environmental Policy Act. The second phase will include conceptual and preliminary engineering tasks. The Phase 2 schedule indicates beginning the work effort in early summer 2021 and concluding in late spring of 2023. This 24-month schedule includes 2 primary public engagement events in early fall 2021 and late summer 2022. As always, questions and comments are welcome throughout the entire project study. The next section will focus on the Level 1 and Level 2 screening analysis and results. The project team is using a 3-level screening process to pare down the initial vast number of possible options to a select few by the end of the first study phase. The process is depicted on this graphic. The process begins with identifying all reasonable alternatives. The first level of evaluation for the alternatives is to determine if the alternative meets the project purpose and the project need. The alternatives that meet the project purpose and the project need then move to the second level of evaluation. The second level of evaluation focuses on identifying any flaws which may preclude the alternative from being built. This is where the project team is currently. This is also where we need your help. As we discuss the preliminary Level 2 screening results, please take the time to review the results and provide your thoughts and comments. The information gathered will be very helpful as the project team makes recommendations for alternatives to advance to the third level of screening analysis. The goal is to complete the third level of evaluation with a limited number of technologies and alignments, or corridors, to be evaluated in the project's second phase. Using previous transportation studies that examined corridors between Dallas and Fort Worth, the project team identified many possible alignments and corridors to analyze. In general, the project team identified alignments and corridors along existing transportation routes as much as possible to minimize the need to acquire additional property. Also, using existing transportation corridors would minimize impacts to homes and businesses. Each alignment and corridor option will connect the central station in downtown Fort Worth to the proposed high-speed rail station in downtown Dallas. In all, 43 distinct alignments and corridors were identified for study. The initial 43 distinct alignments and corridors were grouped into 5 families of options. These 5 families are generally identified as the Trinity Railway Express alignments in purple, the Trinity River alignments in gold, the Interstate 30 alignments in dark blue, the State Highway 180 alignments, which are very near the existing Union Pacific Railroad alignment, in red, and the State Highway 303 alignments in light blue. These are the alignments and corridors the project team analyzed during the Level 1 screening. There are several high-speed transportation technologies or modes of travel to be examined for their use to meet the region's travel needs. These initial modes of travel include conventional passenger rail trains, higher-speed trains, which are faster than conventional trains but slower than high-speed trains, high-speed rail trains, which are the passenger trains proposed for the Dallas to Houston system, magnetic levitation, or maglev for short, train technology, hyperloop technology, which incorporates a passenger or cargo pod moving in a near vacuum tube, and other emerging high-speed transportation technologies. Looking more closely at the design characteristics for each technology, it is important to understand how the footprint and profile could affect the surrounding environment, including the amount of right-of-way width needed. Typical sections of each technology give a view of the technology and its associated infrastructure required. A typical section is what could be expected to be generally built throughout the corridor. Conventional and higher speed rail typical sections are generally constructed on the ground, as shown in the pictures on the previous slide. The technologies with the highest speeds require the vehicles to operate on bridge structures throughout a corridor to separate them from other roadways and rail lines. The typical sections for high-speed and magnetic levitation trains and the Hyperloop technology are shown here. The 3 distinct levels of evaluation are shown on this graphic. The first level focused on the project objectives and purpose, while the second and third levels provide increasingly more detailed evaluation criteria. The Level 1 evaluation was aimed at determining if the alternative would meet the project purpose and need, and was conducted using 2 screening evaluations. The primary evaluation determined if the alternative would serve both downtown Fort Worth and downtown Dallas with a travel time faster than existing modes. The secondary evaluation in Level 1 determined if the alternative would be safe, reliable, and convenient, linked to other high-speed transportation systems serving Texas, connected to existing regional passenger systems, and improve access to major activity centers in the study area. The results of the first level of screening are shown here. Using the primary criteria, all alignments serve both downtown areas. The next part of this primary criteria screens out alignment and mode combinations that have a longer travel time between the Dallas and Fort Worth stations than the 20-minute threshold. Using this travel time criteria, none of the 43 alignments pass the test for conventional rail. Higher speed technology has 8 alignments that pass the travel time test, while high-speed rail passes on 39 alignments. Maglev and Hyperloop technologies pass on all 43 alignments for travel time. Using the secondary Level 1 screening criteria identified, many alignments should not be considered further in the second level of screening analysis. In total, 23 alignments were identified for consideration in the Level 2 screening process. The next few slides show the tables used to document the evaluation of the 43 alignments. The green indicates the best score, yellow medium, and red lowest. These tables are available on the project website. This table shows the Level 1 screening results associated with the Trinity Railway Express family of alignment options and the West Fork of the Trinity River family of alignment options. Both the TRE alignments and West Fork Trinity River alignments scored low in the first category because of the number of challenges to build a closed system in the corridor. A closed system is grade separated and does not share track with any freight rail operations. I will pause for you to view the information. The Level 1 screening results associated with the Interstate Highway 30 family of alignment options are shown in this table. The IH30 alignments would also have some challenges, but to a lesser degree. I will pause again for you to view the information. The Level 1 screening results associated with the State Highway 180 family of alignment options and the State Highway 303 family of alignment options are shown in this table. The State Highway 180 alignments would also have some challenges, but to a lesser degree. The State Highway 303 would have lesser challenges to build a closed corridor, but was further away from major activity centers. I will pause a final time for you to view the information. As a point of reference, this map shows all 5 families of initial alignment options, which includes all 43 distinct options between downtown Fort Worth and downtown Dallas. I will pause here for you to view the map. As mentioned earlier, 23 of the 43 alignment options passed the Level 1 screening. These 23 alignment options are shown on this map. These alignment options recommended to be further evaluated in Level 2 generally are in the Interstate Highway 30 family and the State Highway 180 family of options. I will pause again for you to view the map. Turning to the Level 1 screening analysis regarding transportation technologies, as mentioned previously, the conventional rail technology did not pass the Level 1 primary screening analysis and was eliminated from further consideration. Level 1 screening analysis results for the higher speed, high speed, maglev, and hyperloop transportation technologies are shown in this table. These 4 technologies were recommended to be further evaluated in Level 2. I will pause for you to review the information. Moving on to the Level 2 evaluation process. Level 2 centered on determining if the alternative has any fatal flaws, meaning a concern that would prevent further development of the project using that alignment. Various conditions are examined for each alternative, including proximity to environmentally sensitive areas, potential community impacts, technology maturity, compatibility with existing infrastructure, and operational characteristics. The Level 2 screening results identified both alignment options and transportation technology options to move forward into the more detailed Level 3 screening analysis. The results for the Interstate 30 alignments indicated 7 of 12 alignment options should be analyzed further. Also, 3 of the 11 State Highway 180 alignment options are identified as needing additional analysis. Regarding transportation technologies or modes, the Level 2 screening suggested the higher speed technology not be analyzed further, while high-speed rail, maglev, and Hyperloop technologies should be analyzed further. In addition, the new and emerging technologies initially analyzed were not recommended for consideration in the Level 3 screening process. The Level 2 screening information is shown in this table for the Interstate Highway 30 alignment options. The 7 alignment options with the most high scores, which are shown in green, are suggested for further analysis in the Level 3 screening effort. I will pause for you to review the information. The Level 2 screening information is shown in this table for the State Highway 180 alignment options. The 3 alignment options with the most high scores, which are shown in green, are suggested for further analysis in the Level 3 screening effort. I will again pause for you to review the information. As a point of reference, this map shows the 23 alignment options passing Level 1 screening that were analyzed in the Level 2 screening process. This includes the Interstate Highway 30 and State Highway 180 alignment options. I will pause for you to view the map. As mentioned earlier, 10 alignment options passed the Level 2 screening analysis and are shown on this map. This includes the 7 Interstate Highway 30 options and the 3 State Highway 180 options. We need your thoughts to make sure the project team has selected the correct alignments to analyze in the Level 3 screening process. Please visit our project website to submit your thoughts and comments. The Level 2 screening information is shown in this table for the 4 transportation technologies moved forward from the Level 1 screening into the Level 2 screening process. The 3 transportation technologies with the most high scores, which are shown in green, are suggested for further analysis in the Level 3 screening effort. I will pause for you to view the information. As a point of reference, this graphic shows the initial transportation technologies identified for study. These include conventional rail, higher speed rail, high-speed rail, maglev, Hyperloop, and emerging transportation technologies. As mentioned earlier, 3 transportation technologies or modes passed the Level 2 screening analysis. The remaining options include high-speed rail, maglev, and Hyperloop modes. We need your thoughts to make sure the project team has selected the correct modes to analyze in the Level 3 screening process. Please visit our project website to submit your thoughts and comments. At this point, the Level 1 and Level 2 screening efforts have been completed. The remaining task in Level 2 screening is to incorporate comments received from the public during the public comment period, which ends on February 22nd. After incorporating the public comments, the next project efforts include the Level 3 screening process and conceptual design. The Level 3 screening process will focus on a more detailed evaluation of the remaining alignments and transportation technology alternatives, including a conceptual design process for each. The third and final evaluation level criteria include cost estimates, potential impacts to environmentally sensitive areas, other potential community impacts, and the ability to construct the proposed project in the future. As with the alignment options, the transportation technology options, we need your thoughts to make sure the project team has selected the correct criteria to analyze in the Level 3 screening process. Please visit our project website to submit your thoughts and comments. The Level 3 cost screening criteria are divided into 3 separate cost components. The description for each component is shown on this graphic. Also, potential impacts to environmentally sensitive areas criteria is divided into 5 separate components. The components for both criteria categories will be scored and aggregated into 1 score for each criteria category. I will pause for you to review the criteria and descriptions. The Level 3 community impacts screening criteria are divided into 4 separate components. The description for each component is shown on this graphic. Also, constructability and system operability criteria are divided into 5 separate components. The components for both of these criteria categories will be scored and aggregated into 1 score for each criteria category. I will again pause for you to review the criteria and descriptions. In conjunction with the Level 3 screening process, the project team will be conducting an initial design for each alternative that has advanced to the Level 3 screening process. This initial design will be used to support and provide information for the Level 3 screening process. The project team anticipates the initial design process to be completed by the end of March. Throughout the Dallas to Fort Worth High-Speed Transportation Connection study, there are many opportunities for the public and other government agencies to review, comment, and participate in the study. There are various types of public and agency engagement strategies used in the study. These strategies include meetings with elected officials in the region. So far, 2 elected officials' meetings have been held. On a monthly basis, the project team meets with the Federal Transit Administration and the Federal Railroad Administration to discuss the study progress. Other engagement initiatives used so far include technical work group meetings, a technology forum, public meetings similar to this public meeting, and a government resource agency meeting. Regarding the technology forum, the project team convened a group of international experts on high-speed transportation modes and technologies to brief them on our project and get a better understanding of the available and emerging technologies. During the first series of public meetings in September 2020, 129 participants were present during the meetings. Throughout the month-long comment period, 25 comments were received. These comments generally referred to the type of transportation technology and the alignments the project team is analyzing. A meeting summary and responses to these. The project team also offers additional opportunities to learn more about the study. The team is available to provide study information at special events or to groups seeking additional information. Please contact project team member Rebecca Hernandez using the contact information provided here. In addition to contacting the project team for additional project information, we are accepting public comments on the information in this presentation. There are 2 primary methods to provide comments during this comment period. The comment period is open through February 22nd. Comments received prior to February 22nd will be considered and a response will be provided. Comments received after February 22nd may be considered, but will not be considered part of the official project record. Comments may be provided electronically on our project website at nctcog.org/DFW-HSTCS. Comments may also be submitted by mail at the address provided here. Additional public meetings will be scheduled in spring 2021. For more information or to sign up for project notices, please visit our project website. Contact information for North Central Texas Council of Government staff are shown here. The project team would like to thank you for your time and interest. Please provide your comments and opinions through the options provided. Your input is welcomed and very valuable to the project's success. Thank you.